Minnesota Golden Gophers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Spartans will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So Minnesota's offense takes the field. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
First down here for the offense. Takes the handoff. It's Peters. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Crosses the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Not a big window, and that throw was money. They've got it at the 30.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quick completion to the right. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! A great catch and run for 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Michigan State Spartans offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
That's so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
Didn't find much running room on first down. 2nd and 8 from their own 27. He's looking to throw. He'll take the deep shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Looking to scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, That is a win.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Bulls his way forward. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? Physical running style. Maybe the patron saint of that for Michigan State is T.J. Duckett.
Oh, the big fella. And that reminds me of Michigan State football. That's who they are, right? The physicality. They're gonna be blue collar. They're gonna roll up their sleeves, and make no mistake, every game you play against them, if you don't match the physical challenge, you will lose.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Clements. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This offense has a second down play. Got it set up on the outside. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there, they can be efficient. Make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins guys, you start to really like the offense.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's third and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on fourth. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's first and goal.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Firing to the right, complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on third down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on fourth and goal from the 1. Touch pass on the run. Touchdown, Sparty! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
On second down, he'll let it fly. can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Feeling some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. And that last run leaves him with a 3rd down. Will they keep it on the ground? From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Ambrose. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the first quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks, now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
Now the play fake. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on 1st down, sack on 2nd down, and now on 3rd down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. They'll run the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. It is perfect. And the field goal caps off this first quarter.
Michigan State 10, Minnesota 7.
That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a Minn. They put one Minn on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
He wants to throw here on second down. Lost one deep down the right side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Looking to move it through the air. He finds his man. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. Now on second down. The inside handoff. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the 1st down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
The Golden Gophers are rolling down the field. On the option. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Minnesota! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if they want to take...
And he breaks into the open. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Spartans.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous. If he gets into the second level, great vision, and then David shows you his speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
This guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's He's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
And the Golden Gophers getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, the give, looking for room. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Fires to the big fella. Hard running there. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
To the air on first down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
From the gun, the running back has it. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last third down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism,
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. UTEP is down right now inside the Sun Bowl, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in El Paso. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Eastern Michigan. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the gun, give on the inside. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Spartans decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw, trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Minnesota! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing the go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Minnesota 28, Michigan State 17.
On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
He's looking to throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Pulls it in. It's sacked. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Quickly complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get the first through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Spartans will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown and get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Makes one man miss. Oh, look out, there he goes. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. Past the 10. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
1st and 10 from their own 13. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Offense getting set for first down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Going to try to get it himself. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Dialing up a second down pass play. He spins that thing down the middle. And the pass hits, picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Michigan State. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Guys, it is hard to beat Minneapolis when that town is buzzing as it is today. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at the bank there in the Twin Cities.
The second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes.
All kinds of running room. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans going, go green, go white. Find the complement at quarterback to this offense.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. on the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They want to throw it. Touchdown, Sparty! They take the lead with the 6.
Touchdown, Michigan.
And how about this play by the offense? First and goal from the 1-yard line. Everything says it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. Nice job by the offense. A little sleight of hand, throwing the football, getting the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Off the play fake. Buys a little time. Fires to the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback checking off. Trying to find his man on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Now they'll run the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
They'll go right back to him. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many junk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. How about this Spartan defensive front making plays like the legendary Bubba Smith?
And if you're going to have a great defense in East Lansing, it's going to be up front. It's going to be those big boys dominating like Bubba Smith, like Jarrell Worthy, really eating up those blockers up front, making plays, stopping the physical ground.
And the ball slipped out. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The offense fortunate to still have the ball, but also facing a big third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the field goal unit is on the field. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that's going to tie it up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse. And they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Gets away. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. He's going to pass on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's sacked. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. They're going to throw it again. That's reeled in. It's Avant. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. They'll run play action. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Flips it out in the flat. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And here comes the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Splits the uprights, it's good. And now they regain the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UTEP is in front. They've owned the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Eastern Michigan. for now, it's back to you fellas. But, of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. First down to start the drive after the break. It's a reverse. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. Handoff to the single running back. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Golden Gophers are marching down the field. He'll keep it himself. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that something.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Got him downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And I love the quarterback's accuracy. Hit him in stride, man. Hit him where he can catch the football and continue to run and do more damage after the catch like he did right there.
They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And the running back able to get his hands on it, but what he couldn't do is keep his feet in bounds. It's incomplete. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. Takes the handoff. It's sacked. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
A 1st down for the offense. The give to the back. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a 3rd down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a 1st down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice. For this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
The Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, they move the tight end all over. Just feeds the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All 3rd downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
Got it in the middle, it's Hall. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Now, a 4th down.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He's got a 1st down and maybe a lot more. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Handoff to the lone back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. Might as well stick with him. And the Golden Gophers are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. And man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.